Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. Today we're joined by Jerry. When he clicks on, all the way from Ireland. Women love him. Men don't fucking want to be him. I'm only joking. Jerry's all right. He's one at boys. We're just waiting for Jerry to click on and let the show commence. I don't know what the hold up is. I did say 5 minutes. It's now what? 7 minutes past 7. That's 7 minutes, Jerry. Can't tell time over your way, lad. So, other than that, we're here. We're joined by Jerry. Women love him, men don't want to be him.
You all right, mate?
Oh, Jerry, man, you've still got that muzzy.
I know.
I thought they were going to amputate it off your face.
No, not yet. Not yet.
You
How's
don't,
things?
you don't tell your lass you love her with that stuck on your face, do you, Jerry?
Oh, I'll take it off first.
Jesus. Go on, Jazza. How you been?
Oh, mate. Totally knackered today. But other than that, I'm doing all right. What about you? Have you got a tan from Portugal?
Yeah, it's all right. I've got a good tan, kid. Good tan. It's all right. Hot.
Very fun.
Very, very hot. But yeah. Uh, Jerry, where do we start here with this? Derek War Chisora. He's still chugging along, isn't he, at 94-year-old? What's happening?
Uh, 94 years old.
No,
That's not what I.
he's 41, isn't he? But let's have it right. He's still chugging along.
Not the result I was expecting. Uh, I can. I mean, hats off to him. I thought. I know, like you've already talked about Vandy, and you said it was like two guys going out at it outside a pub, and I was sort of thinking similar to yourself about the quality of the boxing. Basically, I wasn't really impressed. Thought the first 5 rounds, Joyce was terrible, but to credit for Derek, I mean he he was unbelievable. He was so clever about what he was doing in there. Um, bobbing and weaving, taking rests, lying on the ropes, and fighting in bursts. And I actually think Joyce came in really heavy, and I think that suited Chisora because, well, let's face it, he was gassed after about 2 rounds, but because Joe was so slow, like I mean slower than I've ever seen him. I think that allowed Chisora to totally take advantage of it because it suited his ability and what he was able to do. Um, and I mean, I had Chisora winning that fight by miles. Um, I know, um, I know Joyce came on later on, and he was starting to block Derek with a few good shots like here and there, and really punish him. But it wasn't enough. He was too slow. He fought the total wrong game plan, mate. I was expecting to see Joyce like keep Chisora at distance with his jab, using that reach he's got. And I just can't actually describe how slow his punches were. It was incredible. Um, if that was the Joyce that fought Dubois, I mean, Derek Chisora was going to get probably a TKO, beat on a TKO decision. Um, I mean, what can I say? Like Joyce, it was Joyce's fight to lose, like, and he lost it. but now it's put Derek in a really good position where, for fuck's sake, he's talking about another 2 fights, and he really shouldn't be talking about another 2 fights. But we all know he's a madman and a complete and utter lunatic. So he's going to have another 2 fights. He's going to be probably really strategic about who he picks. It's not going to be someone like Johnny Fisher. Like, it's going to be a couple of names, I reckon, just to go out with a big bang. But the potential, Russ, for him to really get hurt, seriously hurt, is there if he doesn't pick the right opponent. Do you know what I mean?
He's saying he wants a big Saudi fight.
I know.
What is he saying now? Then he's saying because big Saudi ones for heavyweights, it's 10 million up, isn't it? Is he saying he's now in that bracket, 10 million up? Because he beat a big stiff Joe Joyce. Paired of them, what, 80-year-old between them? So because he had a life and death with some bloke his own age. Does that mean he's a 10 million quid purse man now? Or is he a highwayman?
Well, that's what I mean, Russ. He's maneuvered himself into a situation now where, you know yourself, everyone's talking about this victory. Like, I personally wish it had went the other way, just to see Chisora realize it was time to hang up the gloves. Like, but now he's on this crest of a wave again, and he's got leverage, and I'm sure the Saudis loved it, and they know Derek Chisora is value for money. They know he's entertaining. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up on a Saudi show, propping up another big fight. Somewhere, say, in or 6 months, 7 months down the line, before Christmas, maybe. It's just absolutely madness, though. Guy can't talk as it is. I just worried about the guy's health. Like, I think he's completely and utter scrambled in the brains, like, already. A lot of people saying that about Joyce, but I think Joyce has got way less miles on the clock than Derek Chisora in regards to punishment, because obviously he turned professional much later. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Derek Chisora has put himself into contention again. Probably not, for a title or anything like that, but for some kind of big send-off fight, like the second Kubrat.
Big send-offs. He's been having big send-offs for 10 years.
I know, mate. That's what the second.
Every time he's having a fight, it's a big send-off or a crossroads fight. Every time they say it's a crossroads fight, I think Benny from Crossroads is going to pipe up in a Benny hat.
I know, mate. I know, but that's what's going on. Like, he's playing a game. You know what I mean? He's playing the game.
Do you know what I mean? And all he's doing is encouraging other people to think, well, if we flip a few tables over, spit a bit of water at somebody, slap somebody, have a roll around on the floor, out like that, we're entertaining. And do you know what? Them people who are paying him money are going to keep churning him out. And you know what's going to happen? Touch wood, it done. He's going to be 43 and he's going to end up on the slab. And they're all going to say, well, he passed the medical. He passed the medical. He signed to say he were fit to fight, which you do anyway an hour before. It's mandatory. An hour before. This is why everybody gets in a flap. Promoters, manager, we're all flapping. Get that paper signed and it's done, and you're fighting. You know what I mean? That's the most important bit. Once they've signed to say they're fit to fight, it's game on, isn't it? Is he fit to fight? You couldn't understand the word he said if he came in and ordered a Zinger burger at KFC with gravy and extra chips. Could you understand the word he said?
No way, mate.
The man can't even speak properly. He sounds like Scooby-Doo's nephew, Scrappy-Doo.
Well, that's what I mean. It's a dangerous game he's playing. He's playing with his life here, like.
You know what I mean? And they're all encouraging it. Hey, it's Derek. It's like a novelty act now, isn't it? It's not serious anymore. It's, oh, Derek, look at this. Oh, Derek's taking some punishment, but he's one of the lads. This is in front of our eyeballs.
I know. It's desperate.
And all these people like the Garden, Colin Hart, and all these do-gooders, if it were anybody else in another country, they'd be kicking a stink up, wouldn't they? Look how they got on at Malik Scott, and they were getting on at Kevin Johnson when he was 38.
Yeah.
Chisora's 41. Do you know what I mean? And Kevin Johnson's a slipperier style than Chisora, isn't he? Who's had 334 rounds, by the way. We don't even peek out the gad, do we, about it? Or Colin Hart.
It's crazy, mate. It's crazy.
You know what I mean? Where do you see Derek going now then, Jerry?
So I don't really want to see this myself, but I see it. It looks like they're really talking about the Dillian White fight. And I think White is washed up myself, but he still has the potential to knock Derek out. And I mean, that could really, really scramble Derek's brains up even more than they are now. So, whoever he goes in with, um, he's going to need to watch out because it, as you said, like it could be the final fight that puts him on the slab, mate. But it looks very much like it's going to be Dillian White. I don't want to see that personally. I don't want to see him fight again, to be honest. But that's what it's looking like. I don't know who else you would stick him in with. Maybe I don't know. Um, he, I think the likes of Cabell and stuff have worked their way away from the likes of Chisora. If you stuck Chisora in with somebody, I don't know, would he fight Big Freeze? Maybe.
Chisora's already fought at Caballel, hasn't he, and lost.
Yeah, when was that? About 6 years ago.
Yeah, years ago, like, but.
But I mean, yeah, he's still, you know, he could want to get revenge or seek revenge on that. But I mean, I think Cabell is too good for him. So I don't know. He'd probably go for the White fight because they'll be able to make that into the trilogy and make the most money for it. But Dillian White is washed up, in my opinion. Derek, credit to what he can still do, but it's he's taken too much punishment, in my opinion.
And what about Dillian? Where's he heading now? Apart from Skid Row.
Well, that's why he's probably desperate to make that fight. In fact, did they not already speak to each other? And I think they did after Derek won. I think they spoke to each other, um, and well, looked like they were both up for it. Obviously, Derek is up for anything, like, but
Derek's up for anything as long as it's a million plus in UK, isn't it? Isn't it really?
yeah.
I mean, and if it's in Saudi, 10 mil, isn't it?
I can see it happening, Russ. I can see him being stuck on the undercard of something big. Derek's hell of a business operator for his own bank, isn't he?
You could have a meal named after him, couldn't you? Bangers and mash. Because his
Good.
brains are mash and he's banging away there, but his brains are not registering, are they? You can see he's deteriorating in front of us all, isn't he?
Oh, definitely. Last 5 years, it's been really, really noticeable. Maybe even longer. Maybe even longer.
Would you imagine him against Martin Bakole? It'd be a bloodbath, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Um, it would be. Well, no, because Derek says all wrong. He would come forward. So, anyone's going to come forward with Martin Bakole is going to get done in. That's not the way to fight him. That's where Jared Anderson made a mistake standing in front of that guy for the length of time that he did. But anyway, yeah, Bakole would kill Chisora. I would definitely end his career. It would definitely end his career, I think.
Yeah, I do. I do. Which brings me to Martin Bakole. Man of the
So
moment, Billy Nelson must be knocking and yet another one out today. He's knocking one out on the hour.
fair play. I've been waiting for Bakole to do something, a bit more meaningful. And that was a hell of a way to do it.
I think he's
I
been
think
swerved him.
say that again, Ross.
Do you think he's been swerved, Jerry?
Yeah. I don't think he's the only guy who's been swerved. In the heavyweight division, there's been a few guys. And Martin Bakole's definitely one of them. I just wonder though, he had the perfect opponent for him last weekend, and I just think he was slow as molasses, mate. Um, I think it's only going to take a boxer and mover to beat him, and I'm not taking anything away from how good his performance was, but I mean, the first round, I was kind of looking at him, going, "Is he actually going to just stand here all night?" I actually couldn't believe that. It doesn't look like he's any intention of dropping any weight to make himself more mobile. He actually reminded me a bit of Samuel Peter. Do you remember Samuel Peter,
Yeah, yeah.
Nigerian Nightmare? Uh, that's who he reminds me of. And I mean, he does have fast hands. He is a massive puncher. His jab, whenever he didn't get the jab working until sort of a few rounds in. But I did think, Jared Anderson was doing some good work in there, but it was the wrong plan against Martin Bakole, and he was stupid to kind of not try and get away from him as quickly as possible. Once he landed a few, because he would kind of land about, say, 4 or 5 punches, and then not leave, like Bakole, not step to the side quick enough, and then he would just get clipped. And the more he got clipped, the more it seemed like he wanted to sort of almost try and prove himself by taking the punishment. But I kind of thought the warning came in the first round, obviously, when he was down. So that was completely the wrong thing to do. So I don't know what's on the horizon for Jared Anderson, but Bakole's obviously now launched himself onto bigger and better things. I'm not sure who he faces though. There's a few guys out there that he could possibly face. He could go for a KBL fight, but KBL I think's maybe too smart to stand there and just take that punishment. Guy obviously has sledgehammers in his fists, like so. But I mean, fair play, well done. But he needs to start stepping on the gas, I think, and getting getting his name on some big cards and fighting some more top 10 names, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's done well this so far. Bakole, and he's already done Joker, hasn't he?
I actually was thinking about that. Yuka managed to survive that, which surprises me. You know, he did, didn't he? He got beat on points.
Listen, he's took Joker's though, and he's took Anderson's though, and has that Frank Sanchez, has he been beat already?
Yeah, KBL beat Sanchez.
Well, listen, where's this next big crop then from over there, over the pond? It's not there, is it, Jerry?
What, the States? No, it's definitely not there.
There's no big star coming from America, is there, for heavyweight boxing? So who have we got? Who's well, they keep saying this is the golden era, don't they? Usyk, Fury, and Joshua Wilder. Well, where's the next golden era? I'm not seeing one, are you?
Not really, mate. No,
Is Martin Bakole next golden era?
um, he's probably going to be part of the next era.
Yeah.
But we're in a bit of a transitional period, I think. We're seeing the likes of, let's face it, Wilder's going to probably that's probably going to be the end of Wilder. And Fury's probably not too far behind him. And then after that, probably Joshua as well, maybe a couple more fights. So we're seeing a transition here, like those guys are going to start phasing out. Even Usyk, as fantastic as he is, he's probably going to, a few more years, maybe a couple more years. What do you reckon?
Usyk's still going to be here in it for a couple of years, isn't he?
Yeah, but we're in that sort of transitional phase where some of those guys that have been, top 10 guys, top 5 guys for the last while are going to start phasing out, and I think we're already seeing it. But yeah, where is the new crop going to be coming from? Certainly, likes of Atoma, Moses Atoma, and Anderson. You would have said we're going to be 2 guys in there, but Anderson's been beat now. So,
What do you think to people saying that Olympics? You don't need to necessarily have a Olympic medal to go all the way as a pro. What do you think to that?
I think that's been proven plenty of times. Guys who have not had Olympic amateur careers. I don't think it's a requirement. I think it can be very beneficial. Obviously, look at the likes of Usyk, and his amateur career, extensive amateur career, and then that means he doesn't need to sort of hang about in heavyweight. Obviously, no one expects to do what Usyk has done so quickly once they turn professional, but then you've got the flip side of that, where you've got someone like Joyce, who definitely left way too late to turn pro. But I don't think it's essential that you go down the Olympic path. Like Moses Atama again, he decided to swerve going down that route to chase that record of Mike Tyson and the youngest heavyweight ever. Don't know if he's going to do it or not, but I think there's going to be good things on the horizon for him. So, obviously, an extensive amateur career puts you in good stead, but I don't think it's essential. That's my opinion, anyway.
Well, of the 13 British champions there is at the moment in Britain, there's only 2 of them competed at the Olympics. Fraser Clark and Joshua Boatse. So it proves that you don't need to have an Olympic medal, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
At European
So,
level, we've got 6 guys from Britain who've got European belts. None are from non-boxed Olympics. And out of the world champions we've got Daniel Dubois, Akoli, Billam Smith and Kakazi. There's only Big Lawrence Akoli, who's got Bridgerweight belt and a former cruiserweight champion. He's the only one who were at Olympics. So really, you don't need an Olympic medal, do you? If you want to get on as a pro, it's 2 different sports, isn't it, really, when you look at it like that?
yeah, I mean, it obviously does a lot to, build a good foundation of your boxing career. I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from it, but I will go as far as saying it's not essential, not an essential requirement. And as you've rightly pointed out, there's a good few people who obviously have avoided that, not avoided, but they've not chosen that path, and they've ended up doing pretty well for themselves. So
Yeah. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I see where you're coming from. But like I said, it sends a message out to these young kids that listen, just because you're not going to go to Olympics, don't mean to say that you still can't do it as a pro, doesn't it?
yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Getting back to heavyweights, Fury and Usyk, is it going to happen?
I've not been confident that it happens, if I'm honest. Uh, it might, and I might be wrong. I don't see it myself, Russ. I don't see it.
Oh yeah.
No, I think no, I don't think I think Fury, if he's gonna fight, he's gonna fight someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Don't know who yet. Probably another British fighter, but I don't know. I don't know
So
which
you
one.
think you go for Usyk next, Fury, Jerry?
Say that again, mate.
Don't you think Fury will go for Usyk next?
No.
No, you think we're going to hear excuses, Jerry?
Yes, mate, I do. I just think even now, I've seen a little video the other day. No reason for this to be sent to Tyson Fury. And it was just Usyk saying, Fury, you are my friend. You are my friend. And I just think stuff like that, it's role reversal time. Usyk's in Fury's head big time, I think. So I think Tyson Fury thinks Usyk's just a nightmare. So
Every time Usyk pops up with a video and he's like that, do you think it freaks out, put Fury out?
yeah, and obviously even more so because of the loss. I think that's a nightmare that Tyson Fury probably goes to
Do you think
therapy
that's do you
over.
think that's done his head in, Jerry Fury? Old big old big blamont. You think he's done his head in? Big sausage. What do you
I
think
think so, yeah.
there?
Yeah, I don't even think it took much effort for Usyk, but now I think he knows that he's probably going to play on it, mate. You know, why wouldn't you get the mental?
Usyk, me and Mickey Theo couldn't get rid of John Fury with them billboards all over Manchester, could we? But Usyk got rid of John Fury, didn't he?
Sure did, mate. He
Where
sure
is
did.
John Fury? Hey, a missing persons broadcast, APB, for John Fury, Gypsy John Fury fighting man. In the ring or on the hard road.
MIA, mate.
Where is Big John, Jerry?
He's missing in action. He's
Action. I've
in.
never seen him in action. I've been for 30 years.
He's hiding in the forest somewhere in that Russian caravan that he's got eating rabbits.
Where's Big John? Hey, come on, people, start giving him it on his social media. Ask him where he is. Where's his interview? Where's his big sit downs? Hey, we're at sit downs or at hot fire. There's no more sit downs now, is there? Hey,
Usyk done away with all that.
pull a big camera out and Big John now will start chasing after you like a raving lunatic. They start pretending that he's Sean Penn. No, we have to leave Big John alone. But he has been quieters. But what did you think to Usyk's overall performance, Jerry, against the big one, the big sausage?
Oh, it was fantastic, mate.
Masterful, wasn't it?
Um, I mean, I give Fury 4 rounds tops.
I mean that. Three in a shared one.
That's what I mean. It could have went. I could have even given him as low as 3, but sometimes if it's a guy I favor, I try to not be so biased, and because I obviously wanted Usyk to win, like, but that's why I was willing to. Okay, I'll give the round that I maybe didn't think, um, or it could have went either way. I'll give
You
that
know, you'd
to.
be all right, Jerry. You'd be all right as the judge, having to explain scores at end of night to Bricktop. You cut your Jacobs off, feed you to pigs. Hey,
Uh,
but you were well.
yeah,
Sorry about that, Frank. But cause I'm a bit biased towards you, I had to give you one of your rounds to Eddie Hills. Frank will be like, "You what? Knife will be straight out in your nuts, son."
at least I'm honest.
Fucking hell, Jerry, what are you doing to me? This is whether you like him or not. Take the bias out, man. Look, at the end of the day, take the bias out. I had it to Usyk, 11 rounds to one. Pop, pop, bang.
Well, I'll be honest with you, right? I watched a video breakdown of it a couple of days later. Some guy going through every round, and the stuff that you don't see is incredible. Like, and yeah, if you were to if I was to have scored it with all that extra information and all that sort of slow motion footage, you could easily have scored it like you did, mate. 11-1. But I sort of stuck with my original scorecard as I was watching it at the time, like so. you know. But yeah, I mean, I can see where you're coming from, so that's fair. That's fair enough.
Yeah, yeah. You've got to get 9. I had to get 9-3, mate. Really, 9-3. Look, Fury controlled the middle rounds, didn't he? But it was like he emptied his tank on it.
Yeah, and then obviously Usyk adapted, you know, because he's thinking,
Usyk
oh,
made him work though, didn't he? I've never seen Tyson have to work like that. You could see at end of them rounds he were hanging on for dear life, wasn't he?
you've seen the photo, mate, where he's in the corner and he's got his hands up like he's trying to stave off a lion. The look of terror in his face says it all, in my opinion. He was terrified.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he, mate?
He definitely was, mate. He couldn't understand what was happening to him.
No, he couldn't, could he?
Nope,
It was like being in the middle of a nightmare.
exactly.
It's like this guy used to play at pool when I was about 12, and all he used to do were like cover pockets and try and snooker me.
Bastard.
And you're trying to play a flare shot to get out of trouble, but then you get out of trouble, but then you're even more out of position, and they just get you 2 shots and then mop up, don't they? Do you
No one
know?
likes a pool player like that.
And it's like being in the middle of a nightmare when you're that young and it's 10p a game. You're thinking, God, I'm not going to be able to get on again here. Winners stay on, and it's like that, isn't it? It's like a fucking nightmare. But
That's it, mate.
hey ho, and if they do fight December, who do you see winning, Jezza?
I'm going with Usyk again.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm going to go by Usyk, knockout inside 3 rounds.
that's
Fury's
that's
going
pretty.
to come out swingers because he don't want to be tortured for 12 rounds. Fury will come out swingers and attack the demons, and Usyk will just do what he does, take him out.
Yeah, I can see your logic. I can see that.
What do you see
Uh,
happening with Dubois and the big stiff?
I was listening to you and Andy talking about this, and you have both got Dubois. I'll go against you guys, not because I want to disagree, but I just think so. Dubois got this newfound confidence, right? He's he's done in Hergovich. He ate everything Hergovich chucked at him for first 5 rounds, and then he did Miller. He's going to come out. Dubois is going to come out. I think all guns blazing. He's probably going to try and do what he did to Hergovich. Only I can see Joshua using his experience to catch him and finish him off. So not because I'm a fan or anything. I'm just going to go with Joshua by knockout. Knockout.
Yeah. Is that what you're going with, Jerry? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okie dokie, right. Do you want to join us on part 2, Jerry?
No worries, mate. See you over there.
For those of you interested in our other channel, it's Porky's International YouTube. Feel free to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Booyaka.